So some of you have probably already heard the news that Joe Biden pardoned his son Hunter. Now, I wanted to think about this as a Christian. Where does this take me? Where should it take us as Christians? And I started thinking about this, and here's the problem that I'm having. So, over the last year or so, Joe Biden was asked numerous times, would he pardon his son? And he overwhelmingly said he would never do that. He said he wouldn't even put his opinion in about his sentencing. He said he completely had faith in the justice system. And funny enough, good old Karine Jean-Pierre, she said many times as well the same thing, that Joe Biden would never pardon his son. Well, yesterday or today, news came out. Joe Biden made a big statement. He pardoned his son Hunter. And he not only pardoned him of the current trials he's in, but he kind of it's never been done before, but he put in this overarching pardon for the last 11 years. Funny enough, 11 years, or all of the time that he's dealt with Ukraine and that stuff. I'm sure you guys have heard of those things, but he kind of did this overarching pardon for the whole time. Well, it's kind of had me start wondering. I mean, first off, it shows us, it's kind of disheartening that the leader of our nation, the leader of the free world, was willing to openly lie, to say one thing and do something quite different. I guess that makes me disappointed. It makes me wonder, why wouldn't he do better? Why wouldn't he have just told us the truth from the beginning? So I guess it made me a little bit frustrated. But when I started thinking about this as a Christian, let me ask you a question. Have you ever told a lie? Ever? Well, here's an interesting one. In Revelation 19, we're told that all liars shall have their part in the lake of fire. In James 2:10, it says, if you sin once, if you break it once, if you lie one time, you deserve permanent separation from God. Hell. One lie. Whoa. This is why Jesus actually came. This is so big. One lie could do that. Now, am I trying to defend Joe Biden's lie in any way? Of course not. I think what he did was desperately, completely wrong. Wrong so much, even that one lie that you have made was so wrong. But when Jesus came, he never sinned. He never sinned, not even once. He never broke the law. He never lied. And so when he died on that cross, he could actually take your place. He could take my place. It was actually a legal transaction that was happening, where he was taking our place for all of our sin, so that we could actually cry out to Jesus for everything. The best way to look at this, at least the best way that I've found, is the analogy of a parachute. Okay? Now, if you're jumping out of a plane at 25,000 feet and you got a parachute on, you're probably going to cling to this thing, right? It's going to be everything. You're going to need it, want it, desperately need it. But if you took off that parachute, if you broke the relationship you had with that parachute, you'd fall to your death. Well, the same thing is true with Jesus. If you actually want this free gift he's given you, then you need to cling to him desperately, because it's his death on that cross is going to be the only thing that can save you from all of the sin you've ever done. No amount of good that you ever could do is going to get you to heaven. No amount of bad that you could ever not do is going to get you to heaven. It's all about what Jesus did on that cross. So for you, for me, and even for Joe Biden, we have to cry out to Jesus Christ and him alone. I sure love you guys.